Pastor Rich here. This is the full version of If the Bible Supports Slavery. We're going to be reading from Leviticus chapter 25, starting from verse 39. Listen carefully. And remember, I mentioned that some Bibles have the heading over certain sections. And this heading here says, the law concerning slavery. And if one of your brethren who dwells by you becomes poor and sells himself to you, you shall not compel him to serve as a slave, as a hired servant and a sojourner, which means like an alien from a different border. He shall be with you and shall serve you until the year of Jubilee. I'm not going to get into that one. And then he shall depart from you. After a certain period, you need to release him. He and his children with him, and shall return to his own family. He shall return to the possession of his fathers, for they are my servants, whom I brought out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as slaves. You shall not rule over him with rigor, but you shall fear your God. Yes, sometimes the Bible refers to fear as a reverence and as a respect for God, and times it means to fear him or else. And that's what this is referring to. And as for your male and female slaves, whom you may have from the nations that are around you, from them you may buy male and female slaves. Moreover, you may buy the children of the strangers who dwell among you, and their families who are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall become your property. Keep listening. And you may take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them as a possession. They shall be your permanent slaves. But regarding your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall not rule over one another with rigor. Now, if a sojourner or stranger close to you becomes rich, and one of your brethren who dwells by him becomes poor and sells himself, you see from the beginning and now again how they end up in slavery, sells himself to a stranger or sojourner close to you, or to a member of the stranger's family, after he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brothers may redeem him. So you see, you're misguided and taken out of context that the Bible supports slavery is 100% wrong. You see here, these are people selling themselves into slavery. Now, do you know that today in this world that mothers and fathers sell their children into slavery? That is what the Bible is referring to. It still happens today. Now, because of man's desire to do those evil things, God set up a way to, because remember, he allows you to sin. That's your choice. That's your free will to do wrong. It's up to you. So because God knows that you're going to do this, he allowed criteria in which to do so. Not to treat them the way the world's view of slavery, getting whipped in the back and all that kind of stuff. That is men's doing, not God. So listen to what he is saying here, that they are selling themselves. And today's vernacular for modern day servants are butlers, maids, nannies. There are many people today, or au pair. Okay? they sell themselves into this service because they are born with this desire to serve. It's a great vocation or job to be a servant. Jesus came to serve. I think this is my opinion because the Bible doesn't say it, but I think that is the highest position on the planet. Think about this. The president is there to serve the nation. Service is the highest calling. I'm Pastor Rich, Walking Ministries Online, and I will see you